Hi, I'm Dr. Kyle Smith, and today's video is all about showing you brain nutrients that have been proven to improve focus, concentration, mood, memory, mental energy, and mental performance. These are my 5 favorite nutrients. I think they're the most well-researched and proven nutrients in brain science today. The first one, the one at the very top of my list, is called acetyl L-carnitine. This is a really incredible nutrient because it has multi-benefits, as you're about to see. Number one, acetyl L-carnitine naturally occurs throughout the human brain, central nervous system, and spinal cord, motor nerves, and skeletal muscle. So it's a natural ingredient that's already an orthomolecule. It's part of your human body. It's part of your brain. It's a potent neuroprotector. That means it protects brain cells from oxidative damage. And by the way, oxidative damage is the #1 theory of aging for brain cells and every cell throughout your body. In addition, it has strong intrinsic antioxidant properties, meaning it's an antioxidant itself, and it stimulates synthesis of natural endogenous antioxidants. Specifically, it helps improve the synthesis of glutathione and superoxide dismutase. Now, it's worthy of pausing right here. These are your body's 2 major endogenous antioxidants that it makes itself. Anti-aging has a lot to do with your ability to make copious amounts of these antioxidants on a daily basis to protect your brain, body, and liver from oxidative damage. You probably remember from your high school or college biochemistry or biology class that every cell in the body has these organelles called mitochondria. And the brain, or rather a healthy brain cell, has hundreds or maybe even thousands of these mitochondria. Mitochondria build ATP, adenosine triphosphate. In this case, I'm sharing with you that acetyl L-carnitine facilitates the energy production of ATP within these mitochondria. So I tell doctors, this is a nutrient that helps your memory to work. One of my next favorite ingredients is green tea. You'll see that green tea is a potent brain cell protector, much like acetyl L-carnitine, but in a different vein. For example, the polyphenols in green tea, specifically epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG for short, this exhibits a powerful ability to protect brain cells from free radical activity. Free radical activity is another way to talk about oxidative damage. This protects the brain, or neurons in the brain, from oxidative damage. So I recommend to doctors across the country when I do lectures that you consume a natural caffeinated source of green tea on a daily basis. We know there's benefits to caffeine. We know there's benefits also to the epigallocatechin gallate and polyphenols that come in the package, the natural package with green tea. Now, I want to answer a question. Is caffeine safe? The reality is, according to the peer-reviewed research literature, if you're looking at green tea, tea, and coffee, natural sources of caffeine, moderate intakes of caffeine pose no health risks. That's a quote right out of this peer-reviewed research article again. The very interesting thing about caffeine is not only does it seem to be incredibly beneficial for brain cells, it's beneficial for your body as well. Take a look at this. The findings of the Leisure World cohort study, more than 8,000 elderly women and more than 4,000 elderly men were studied for 23 years. This indicated that the daily consumption of caffeine significantly decreased by 10% the risk of dying from any cause. In addition, data from more than 27,000 postmenopausal women observed for 15 years during the Iowa Women's Health Study demonstrated that any amount of habitually consumed caffeinated coffee decreased the risk of death from cardiovascular disease by 15% to 25%. In addition to that, we have a study of over 4,000 women and over 2,000 men 65 years and older that indicated that the routine daily consumption of caffeine attenuated or reduced the severity of the age-associated declines in verbal retrieval and visuospatial memory. In addition, a 21-year study of initially middle-aged men and women, the Cardiovascular Risk Factors Aging Dementia Study, found those subjects routinely consuming caffeine showed a significantly lower incidence of clinical dementia. Now take a look at this. In 2009, a Swedish study showed a 65% decreased risk of dementia or Alzheimer's disease in individuals consuming caffeine, and that was published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. And then the risk of developing Parkinson's disease was found to be inversely proportional to routine caffeine intakes. Let me share with you exactly what that means. The consumption of caffeine, the higher the levels, decrease the risk of Parkinson's disease. That's the inversely proportional part. Higher consumption of caffeine protected the brain from Parkinson's by decreasing the risk of Parkinson's disease in those individuals. Now, another one of my favorite ingredients that comes from green tea is L-theanine. It's a non-protein amino acid that's found exclusively in green tea with numerous health-promoting benefits. Traditional use enhances relaxation and improves concentration and learning ability. Science shows L-theanine protects brain cells against excitotoxicity, calming the nerve networks in the brain. Now, let me pause on excitotoxicity. This is a huge issue today. When you go out to eat at a chain restaurant or a fast food restaurant, or you eat packaged food from the grocery store or canned food like canned soups, it's very likely you consume monosodium glutamate. They usually put that in code on the nutrition facts panel or the ingredients panel as natural flavors or natural flavoring. The reality is monosodium glutamate is an excitatory neurotoxin, and what that means is it excites brain cells to death. And here's the good part. When L-theanine is present in your circulation when you consume monosodium glutamate by accident, let's say, it protects those brain cells from excitotoxicity. You can see that acetyl L-carnitine wonderfully works with green tea, and green tea wonderfully works with the caffeine and the polyphenols and the L-theanine present in green tea. In addition, another ingredient I would never want to go a day without is dimethylaminoethanol, DMAE. Now, it's a long, fancy name, but the reality is this is another neurotransmitter precursor to acetylcholine, just like acetyl L-carnitine. It's normally found within the brain, and in the case of DMAE or dimethylaminoethanol, there are multiple food sources like anchovies, sardines, squid, and wild Alaskan salmon. This is an ingredient that slows brain aging by protecting the brain from oxidative stress. In addition, feelings of mental fatigue have been reduced by consuming dimethylaminoethanol, and memory, recall, attention span, and the ability to concentrate have improved significantly in adults supplemented with dimethylaminoethanol. And finally, my fifth ingredient that I love and wouldn't really want to go a day without is Rhodiola rosea. This is a premier brain-boosting herb. Small doses of Rhodiola rosea increase the bioelectrical activity of the brain. It enhances the actions of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, serotonin, and acetylcholine. And here's a quote from this particular journal article. Consequently, the cognitive functions of the cerebral cortex and the attention, memory, learning functions of the prefrontal and frontal cortex are enhanced. Here's another quote from another journal article. The anti-fatigue effect of Rhodiola rosea enhances mental performance, especially the ability to concentrate. So in summary, what are my 5 favorite brain nutrients? Well, first of all, there's acetyl L-carnitine. For all the benefits you've seen in this video, I wouldn't want to go a day without this incredible ingredient. In addition, there's green tea with polyphenols, EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, as well as caffeine. Do not consume a decaffeinated version of caffeine when Mother Nature put the caffeine in there, and we know it's brain beneficial. In addition, think of the wisdom of combining caffeine with L-theanine that's in green tea. We know the combination of those two work wonderfully synergistically together, amplifying the positive effects of caffeine on brain function. In addition, there's dimethylaminoethanol, a long word, DMAE. This is another ingredient I wouldn't want to go a day without because of its antioxidative effects on brain function, as well as being a precursor to acetylcholine, which is that neurotransmitter that works with focus, concentration, and memory. And then finally, Rhodiola rosea, a wonderful adaptogenic herb that's been shown to be good for both brain and body, but for brain, it boosts serotonin, dopamine, acetylcholine, other neurotransmitters, a wonderful brain-healthy ingredient. These ingredients, either alone or in combination, from my experience, work wonders. Share this information with someone you love today.